Uh, you're all gonna basically take damage running out of here.
Okay.
How much damage are we taking?
You're not taking
You're
damage,
not.
Nico. You're
Okay.
already out.
The horse and me and Cherry are.
The
Yeah.
radiation meteors also takes damage and goes critical.
Alrighty. So. I'm going to say. Okay, the horse is injured
Oh no.
as it runs through. There's a bit of a burn. There's a bit of a burn mark on its snout as it runs through, or on one of its legs.
Oof.
Cherry,
Yeah.
you take 2 damage.
Okay.
Lydian,
Youch.
Oh no.
you take 6 damage.
Aye.
Oof.
Aye, aye, aye. You just hear Lydian go, "Oh my word, that hurts!" As well as he runs, as like he's ran through the prison.
So you're not level 2. You haven't had time to level up yet.
Well, hey,
That's
I am
amazing.
technically level 2. I'm level 2 in spirit.
Yeah, that's true.
Should actually open.
All right. And and it singes, but you are out now, as the prism sort of collapses in on itself with nothing inside of it, and then dissipates.
That was scary.
What the hell was that then?
So the story I know, there was this she recounts a story about someone going around setting up these traps, and they would, when activated, collapse and put people in stasis. And he wanted to, fill the whole land with them and walk through it and observe everything like a zoo.
What kind of animal would do that exactly?
I don't know if that's in the story or not. I don't know how much detail the story has. That's up to Neo.
It was just a guy who felt like he owned the land and felt like he wanted to own everyone in it.
That's
So, I don't know where this came from here, but,
Lydian looks around. Is there anything interesting in his vision at all?
In his vision. Where the prism of light's cast from, it looks like there's like a rune on the ground.
Okay, he kind of mentally notes that.
time for the ice gun to come into use. We can destroy the rune with the ice gun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where's Nico? Nico, you alive?
I'm outside. How about you? Are you still alive?
I made it through, though a little worse for wear.
Oh, in the meantime, while they're having this conversation, I want Cherry to try and use some music to try and heal, the horse.
Okay.
Urema, Kruger, yeah. This whole bird.
Alright, sure.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Horse
Well,
dies.
ouch.
Horse don't like music. We got a
Yeah.
bad horse. It's not,
No.
The horse unhooks itself from the wagon and runs away.
In fact, actually, you need to have been feeding the horse. So, for the last 2 days, someone needs to have given it either monster feed or dungeon ration.
Oh, for fuck. We haven't used this book in ages. Got some slack.
We haven't. Yeah, sure. Well, we
Oh,
can
fuck.
remember from this point on
Yeah,
to get
we'll buy monster
Or food.
feed. I guess I'll
Yeah.
contribute a ration. Just a horse eating a sandwich because we forgot to buy monster feed.
horse eating some delicious jelly-filled donuts.
Does the horse lick its lips? Does it get a +1 forward to...
All right. So basically, one of you's gonna have to bandage up the horse's leg.
Oh no.
We'll get on that. I guess I'll... Can I use like an... Actually, it's for the horse. Can I use like a thing of adventuring gear to bandage it up?
Yeah.
Alright. And yeah, as like we're doing this, Lydian explains to Nico. Now, Nico, you see that there rune on the ground?
I do.
I think that's the source of our problem. Or
Well,
previous
let's
problem.
let's take care of it.
All on you, my friend. You're the this seems like your kind of problem.
Well, how to destroy a rune? Well, it is a bit cliche, but I'll freeze it.
Yeah, that seems to be your go-to solution, science man.
Well, it's the only destructive gadget I have on me right now.
I mean, I appreciate the irony of someone trying to freeze everything in place, getting his runes frozen. You two are really peas in a pod. And those peas are in the freezer.
I swear to God. Like, does Lydian just take over?
I don't know. I like playing Lydian because I feel like I've been given myself an excuse to just say the hokiest bullshit and it
No,
works.
yeah, it's great. Nico finally meets whoever set up this rune. Freezed to meet you.
Yeah, Rico is gonna fire.
Thank you, Snake. I appreciate that laugh for that. I don't think I could have handled that getting sandbagged.
Well, Nico
I
is
meet
firing.
someone freezed to meet you.
Nico is firing the cannon.
See, the thing you have to understand is that Yuki has a move where she gets, a buff basically if she does an iced pun, and that was like the number one I had written down. Freeze to meet you.
You should be sending these to Swede so that he can...
Oh yeah, I mean there's the
Well, Nico
obvious
doesn't-
ones, chill out, cool off.
Nico doesn't do puns.
There's also ice to see you or ice to meet you, but I prefer freeze to meet you.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. You freeze over the rune.
Yeah. But yeah, I freeze it. Nico freezes it. And then, I don't know. Lydian. Test subject 311. Help me shatter this.
Shatter it? Can't we just... Wouldn't it just be deactivated?
Actually,
do
yeah,
something
does
like
it deactivate? Does it deactivate from being frozen?
Not necessarily. You didn't change the structure shape of the rune. But this will probably make it. I mean, we could throw a rock at it or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of you have a projectile.
Lydian picks up a rock and just throws it at the rune just to see if it activates.
It does not.
Okay, maybe it's weight activated or people activated, but Lydian just kind of slaps Nico on the back. Have at it, science man.
Yeah, you were able to get out of it last time if you're really in a pinch, and even if it activates, you should have enough time to break the rune.
Just hit hit it real hard or stamp on it or something, Just think of it like a door.
A door, you say? Anyways, Nico's gonna step on it several
Here,
times.
wait.
Alright,
Cherry is going to draw. She has a sword, a little short sword. Her wakizashi.
Sorry.
She gives that to Nico. Here, this might help you. As a spike.
What?
Yeah, use
Why do
that.
I have to do this?
You
What,
have your incredible boots.
And you've got youth on your side.
That's true. Plus,
But-
you're the smallest target.
All right, Nico, roll strength.
Can't.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
Mighty.
you shatter it. The runes
Damn.
no more.
Give a little clap when when hearing it shatter.
The first time it's worked out.
Finally.
She
How
does
often?
very quickly ask for her sword back, though.
Yeah. Nico gives it back. I have no needs for such crude tools.
It did the job though, didn't it?
Well, it did. Still crude.
In some ways, aren't we all a little crude?
No.
Yeah, Lydian just kind of like sucks his teeth, just not breaking through whatsoever. Well, anyway, we got business in the Morricone Springs, and we've done a little public service removing that rune, which maybe somebody will be happy to hear, though considering there's no zoo pieces in view, then likely no one knew about this. Wait, why did we bother cleaning this up? This wasn't our problem.
Well, you know, we're gonna have to head back this way, aren't we?
Possibly. Alright, let's get moving.
All right, so yeah, you're back on the horse. It's moving a little slower now because of the hurt it took.
I mean, Lydian's alright with that. Lydian's moving a little slower considering he got fucking lashed by the thing on the way out.
While we're on the way back, Cherry, can I try and heal Lydian with some soothing music and care?
Sure.
Thank you. Oh my god!
All these
You
points.
just suck at playing.
The dice know I want November soon, and they're just trying to help me out. It's
Lydia,
because Cherry, you know, what the burn was on her fingers. Like, you know, it's hard to like handle the frets.
Cherry, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but right now you're just giving me a headache.
Yeah, that burn is really causing some issues.
Hey, Nico, take over the cart for a little bit. I'm gonna distract myself.
Of course.
Lydian,
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Lydian climbs on the back of the wagon and he starts just kind of doing coin tricks to himself. Like, he picks up one coin, he kind of rolls it along his fingers, flicks it thumb to thumb. You know, does all the kind of basic stuff. And then when he's done, he kind of sets it to one side and he just kind of picks through one pile, does the tricks, puts it in the other pile,
Nice.
one by one.
Interesting.
Right, so eventually, a small settlement comes into view. There looks like someone. It looks like there's like a partially built wall, sort of going around a bunch of buildings nearby, where a bunch of mines are out in the distance.
So, a small settlement building a wall.
It's actually a quite large settlement. They're
Oh.
building, and it looks like they're in the middle of building a wall.
Is this as we're approaching Morricone Springs, or is this in Morricone?
This is in Morricone. In Morricone.
Big wall. Hadn't heard nothing about this. Does it look... So the wall isn't finished, but it's like there's a gate or a gatehouse or just...
It looks like, yeah, there's a gatehouse.
We should...
I have a question.
Yeah.
So does Morricone Springs count as a civilized settlement?
Yeah. This area that you're in right now is
Yeah.
a civilized settlement.
Okay, cool. So, Cherry, you know, I think brought this up. She has been in Hemlock once before. About 20 years ago, maybe a little more than that. A hair over. Yeah, let's say 20 years ago. And you know, they traveled all about Hemlock. You know, visited all the big sites, and you know, probably including Morricone. So, when you first enter a civilized settlement. Oh wait, no, sorry, wrong one. When you return to a civilized settlement you visited before, tell the GM when you were last there, about 20 years ago. They'll tell you how it's changed since then.
Uh,
Which I
it,
imagine Morricone Springs would be one of the
this
more...
place was not at all like a place where people would like people did live here, but it was
Mhm.
more like overnight works. People who like lived by the mines. It was mostly just very utilitarian. Right now, not only are people just not working the mines, uh, there are there's clearly efforts being made to make this a whole town.
Ooh, interesting, yeah. So Cherry immediately brings this, like, my. Last time I was here, all the sound was the sound of mine work, blasting picks and the like, echoing from the tunnels. There was nothing of this scale back when I was first here.
And
Practically sounds like a town now.
yeah, Lydian's a little perturbed actually by the kind of realization, and who's like, wait, they're not mining?
How could they?
Nico's
But
just, wait, they're not mining?
Do you want to spout lore more, Morricone, Lydian?
yeah. Yeah, let's try.
Alrighty.
Fucking hell, yeah, he knows something.
So yeah, Morricone Springs. Back during the war, during the waning days of the war, there was a rock band
Oh my god,
that
yes,
came
the
in
Apex Crusaders!
that came in and played a show, rampaging against, railing against, the big money interests and all the war profiteering and the war itself. And that inspired the people of Morricone Springs to go on a strike. And that strike evolved into wanting to develop their own city that would function on its own. But Emberwell, Marion, all those other cities, they have, primarily Emberwell and Marion, have been refusing to acknowledge it or to acknowledge it as official
Oh
because
no.
the workers have been on strike for like 2+ years at this point.
Oh no, we're gonna get full-on villain mode Lydian now. Strike Buster Lydian.
Which, yeah, because the workers have been on strike for like 2 years now,
Wait,
and they're
before the
just
workers went
building
on
up.
strike, who owned this place?
It was a bunch of mines owned mostly by Marion people in Marion, and owned mostly by Marion, by Tensis and Tarrant and Custer, and also a lot of Emberwell companies had mines here.
So it's
Okay.
like the workers from various different companies have all, formed a union and collectively.
Lydian is perturbed for a moment. He's like, okay, well, strike while the iron's hot, I suppose.
I can't believe I don't think I've ever heard that pun before.
Really?
That makes so much sense for striking and like strike while the iron's
Yeah.
That's like it's shocking to me. I've never heard that before. At least not that I recall.
That was a double pun.
Yeah,
Mine.
iron. Yeah.
Seems we might be making more business here than I'd anticipated. Not just the fact that a transport company's moving here, but if the miners have been
Yeah.
on strike all this time, maybe it's time they go into business for, well, at least they're gonna think for themselves.
Yeah, if someone's bringing in things while they're striking, that could be either there are some secret scabs or some sort of conspiracy.
Or if they're refusing to mine, maybe they're bringing in materials from the outside, but they would need income to do that, and I don't really see a 2-year strike bringing in much money.
I mean, certainly don't hear any mining or anything.
Looking around,
Then
Lydian's looking
again-
around. Does it look like anyone is at work on anything besides the town? Is there any work going on around outside the mines? Anyone moving materials?
It's
Mine
people
operation.
people are breaking stone.
So mining is happening, of a sort. Quarrying, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are people working on it. There's people breaking stones. So maybe all right. That changes the image a bit.
Question: Marconi Springs. Are there like hot springs here? Like, are there natural springs and oases? Are there onsen here?
There are springs, yeah.
Yeah, Cherry brings that up. Well, we were just talking about needing a jacuzzi or hot tub. Maybe it's, maybe people are paying to come visit the springs.
Oh, let's get the lay of the land. That's what we came here for, anyway. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Lydian kind of takes the cart up to the gatehouse.
Mm-hmm. Yep, person inside looks out and says, "What are you guys here for?"
We're travelers.
Well, welcome to the soon-to-be official town of Morricone Springs.
It's so exciting. It's very romantic.
It's ripe with opportunity. I can sense it.
We've got most of what you'd expect from any other town or city. We've got stores. We've got a few of the springs under control.
I was going to ask, I remember, I was here decades ago as a teenager, but I remembered that. I was wondering if you had any spas or just springs available to use.
We sure do. Just go. She points you in a certain direction.
Cherry does say to Lydian, a good mineralizing bath like that might be good for those burns.
I do want to take some time off my feet and a little time to think, so yeah, let's go have a bit of a spa day.
It's nice to have a party where at least 2/3 of them are just immediately like, okay, yeah, we have the whole adventure thing, but come on, priorities.
They're in their 30s, they're getting sore, they need to stop.
Yeah.
Lydian likes
Been
to...
on the road, got some burns, yeah, we need a... Come on now, let's not be crazy. This isn't a bunch of teenagers out fucking...
That said, I'm not sure how wise it is to get in a jacuzzi with burn wounds. That seems... I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad thing, but it seems instinctually like that's not gonna go too good.
I think that can be good.
I could be wrong. It seems like a thing to me is like, that would suck, being in a jacuzzi with burn wounds. But maybe I'm wrong. But, hey, Lydian's gonna go that route anyway.
Maybe not necessarily.
If it's not an open wound,
Alrighty, it's 7 coin for access to one of the springs.
When I searched it up, the first thing was, do hot tubs burn calories?
So yeah, it's 7 coin for access to one of the springs.
Well, Nico doesn't need to go to spring. Nico can build their own spring if they want to.
So he's gonna go off and do science. Yeah, I put down 7 coin.
Yeah, so will
Alright.
Cherry, yeah, sure.
Yeah, the person operating goes, travelers. There's another traveler in the spring right now,
Ooh,
Pretty
no
much.
kidding.
resting his bones.
An interesting figure?
Oh yeah, he was he was carrying some. He said he was working escort for some sort of cart, but not sure what business they would have had here.
I see.
Did he say where he was from?
No, he was pretty cagey about that.
Huh?
Well, thank you for the information. Yeah, Lydian's gonna make his way in and he's gonna scope it out looking for this traveler.
Yep, sort of on the edge of the spring, like by a rock. There's just like a guy, just sort of soaking with his like head turned back. He's got his eyes closed.
Okay, yeah, Lydian does the thing where he kind of like lowers himself in to hot water like a, well, like a middle-aged man who's like, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh.
Mm.
Jesus.
Is Sherry in the scene? Is this like, segregated, bathing?
No, it's
Or-
mixed gender.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Throat.
Why do they call it mixed gender? Why can't you just call it the everyone? Oh, got male, woman, everyone.
The
Yeah,
male woman,
I don't know.
everyone.
Maybe it's. I don't know. Maybe it's not everyone. It doesn't matter regardless of gender. Doesn't matter. But maybe they discriminate in other ways.
If you're agender, you're not allowed.
I don't know. Maybe it's like you have to be of a certain age. Like we don't want any like under 25-year-olds. You're gone. We don't need the youths.
No, that's why Nico isn't allowed.
Maybe it's racist. Oh, never mind. I was about to say no elves. Lydian's an elf.
Yeah,
never mind.
They haven't actually realized because he's
Oh.
fat, and you never see a fat elf. The moment they clock, he's out.
Wait a minute, those ears.
No, they're
Look-
implants.
You look a bit elvish.
Like, yeah, Lydian sits across from him. Isn't it good to relax after a nice long travel?
He opens his eyes and just says, "Hmm."
I can see you're already in the throes of relaxation.
Sure am.
What brought you down here?
It's just some escorting service.
An escorting service. Well, I run a similar business myself. But
Talking
seems-
to like a fucking wagey. Just I own one of those businesses that you worked for. Funny story.
Own, you say?
Lydian kind of cocks his head a bit. Well, yeah.
Interesting. Don't suppose you're here on business?
Well, right now it's pleasure, but pleasure and business can often overlap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he smiles a bit at that.
Your boss sends you out down this way?
Oh. He just says something like that.
Something like that? Paid vacation? I doubt that. Not exactly a vacation spot, even though this is a rather lovely spring.
It's a lot nicer than it was last time I was here.
I'm imagining they didn't quite have services like that running yet. My God, if I was here before it was set up, I could be running this place.
Oh yeah, back then it was just my mom and I in one of the this was just a spring out in the side of the rocks. We made sure it wasn't so hot it would burn us, and that was it.
Yeah, some of the changes around here have been alright.
I'm trying to think what to do here. God, I wish I had taken I wish I had taken detect alignment again, but
Cherry can speak a bit. So have you been here before?
Oh, before all the developments, yeah.
Probably more recently than me. It's nice though being back in Hemlock for the first time, in so long. Just traveling around, seeing all the different cities, stuff like that. A lot has changed, but this is definitely the biggest change I've seen so far.
Right.
Yeah, like last time I was here, Mom and I didn't, stick around Morricone all that long, but I could see giving it some more time. How about you just, sticking around, enjoying the springs and whatnot, or have you got more business that's keeping you here? See, now I'm slipping into a southern accent because of Lydian sometimes.
it's
Yeah.
also the hot path as well.
Mm,
I think it's just water does it.
yeah, too close to Maria.
Lydian actually leans towards he kind of goes alongside the guy. He kind of puts his arm over his shoulder. Hey, listen, your boss has you down here scouting, doesn't he? Seeing if there's business opportunities afoot.
He opens his eye. He opens an eye at you and goes, "What makes you say that?"
You work for an escort company. Moving goods in and out, and this place has kind of gone a little independent lately. That's the sense I'm getting. So they're trying to set up a little transportation network, and your boss wants to be the first one to do it, right?
He laughs to himself a bit. Oh, I guess you could say we are scoping it out in a sense.
I'm trying to think how to play this, because I'm not used to playing characters like this. Can I try and discern realities?
Sure.
Yeah. No. Fuck. Okay.
No.
God damn it. I'm just gonna go on instinct then. I wish we'd actually scouted the town out first. Oh, you know what? I know. I figure out how to play this. How long you in town for, pal?
Oh, a few more days. A few more days.
Few more days. I can see getting a few days of entertainment out of this place. Yeah, Lydian kind of goes back over to Cherry. I need a bit more time.
Okay. You want to play it slow?
I want to play it slow. I want to know what he's about. I want to know what his deal is. And I want this town before his boss gets it. I don't think just offering him a bribe to go lie to his boss is the right play.
And Cherry nods. Probably wise.
Then what is the play? This could make a great boon to our business. And of course, you'd be getting a percent.
And Cherry sort of chews her lip a little bit and just, alright, yeah, try and, play it slow. And I'll see if I can get anything out of him.
Alright then. And yeah, Lydian kind of leans back. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think you got one over on me the other day.
Cherry sort of, cocks her head a bit to the side. How do you figure?
40 coin a week and a percentage in the business. Now, sure, I talked you down from 50, but if you're already getting a cut of a business, that's a revenue stream, and I'm paying you as an employee. I'd say you got it pretty good.
Yeah, so far I'm still getting paid less than most people who, hire me do.
Maybe.
We'll see if, that turns around down the line, but, so far, you're getting a better deal than most people.
can't say I've hired many people who do all the services you do, so I guess I can't rightly judge, but I still get the sense that you put a play on back there. I even told the story about the guy I knew who'd get people drunk, and I said that after you got all of us drunk.
Cherry just sort of smiles, you know. I mean, it's one of the advantages of being in service, you know. If your job is, you know, comfort, relaxation, then, you know, people tend to be real relaxed around you. And you're still working, so you still have, you know, some of the most important skills in that sort of work is being able to read people, you know, tell where they are, know what they want before they know they want it, that sort of thing. So reading people becomes a big part of the job.
Service. Serves me right.
Still, it's not just, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not some, you know, manipulative whatever. A big part of getting to know someone and getting, you know, them to open up, getting them to relax around you is knowing when to be honest and knowing when to open up yourself.
That's still manipulation.
Yeah, but it's honest manipulation. Manipulation by honesty. That's the fun thing, you know. I mean, I've definitely manipulated people plenty, but just because someone knows that you're manipulating them doesn't mean they can't be manipulated. Sometimes it can even make it easier.
I imagine. Well, I don't imagine. I know. I'm just saying all this. You know, I wasn't going to try and modify the deal. I just wanted you to know that I know you're cleverer than perhaps you've let on.
If I was all that clever, I would still have some of the money you gave me.
I don't know. I don't think that necessarily goes against what I just said. Money must move. The river of life flows in coin.
Well, it certainly moved at the craps table real quick out of my coin purse, but
The only difference between whether or not that was a wise decision in your mind would have been whether or not you won.
that's certainly true.
So,
I'm
who's to say?
I'm lucky when I need to be. If I don't win, I didn't need the money, you know? But if I do, but when I need it, it always seems to come.
Well, let's make some money come before we make our way out of this town.
Hopefully.
Yeah, Lydian says that kind of eyeing his business rival across the way.
Yeah.
Maybe we can bring him into the fold. Doesn't have to betray his boss, he maybe just needs a new one.
Yeah. Cherry nods, yeah. I'll work on him, see if I can get him to open up a bit.
And I'm gonna put some feelers out in the morning. Figure out who we're dealing with and who he's working for. Then when we're through dealing with him, strike a deal.
Cherry, you know, I'm gonna check then. This Springs, can we get, like, you know, is it possible to buy, like, a bottle of, like, wine or anything like that?
Sure.
Rice wine, anything? Cool. How much?
5 coin.
5 coin. Cool. Sherry is going to get up to go do that, but when she returns, goes back to, you know, the person and, you know, sort of gets back in the water and says, I'm sorry, I just wanted to apologize. You know, I never actually asked your name. I'm a bit tired. That's, you know, normally not that rude. And she extends, you know, a hand. I'm Sakura.
Yeah. He shakes and just says, Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Oh, I should write this down as well, Lloyd.
Okay. So, cool. Yeah, want to write that down. Cherry's, like, offers him, here's apology. I just got this. Would you like some?
Now wine?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It seemed pretty decent.
Well, why not?
Cool. Yeah, I pour him, a little cup too to sit next to him. Sorry if my friend, like, is a little pushy or whatever, invasive. He's, I just met him recently on my travels, but he's a businessman at heart and always looking to, strike up a deal when he sniffs opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's made me a decent amount of money so far, though, so.
He
And
looks
she.
you up and down and just says, I'm sure you can make a decent amount of money either way.
Okay, no, I should be more. I gotta fuck this guy over.
She sort of grins, Oh, I've, making money's never been a problem for me. It's holding on to it that I'm less good at.
Hmm.
Man, the dog's sure going
Yeah,
out.
keep going. I'm gonna check on the dog.
Yeah.
Keep going.
How about you? Any money in the courier business?
Oh, decent amount, decent amount.
That sounds nice.
More
An
than enough
excuse
to
to.
live off of.
Yeah. Sounds nice, though. An excuse to travel. You must see a lot of this place, Hemlock.
I sure do.
Any job you get to travel's a good job. And, she does, like, pour him a bit more, like, keeps his glass full as she talks to him. Now, as she leans in, I think she goes, last time I was here, it was summer, we got here in the spring, left, sometime in fall, but the first snow hadn't happened yet. It's nice, it's interesting to experience it at a different time of year than I had before. The winters seem nice here, though.
Yeah, they do.
You like the snow?
It's nice to look at, not so nice to feel, I find.
Cherry definitely nods. That's true. Yeah, you're another traveler. You know what it gets a lot more rough trying to wade through snow and especially mud. Mud's the worst. It's interesting how it affects the acoustics though. I don't know. But just I don't know. I guess this, conversation sort of continues for a while.
Yeah.
Can I try, like as we go along, can I get this to charming and open? When you speak
Yeah.
frankly with someone, buttering him up, being nice, but like being sincere, being, open, honest. You can ask their player a question for the list below. They must answer truthfully. Then they may ask you a question from the list, which you must answer truthfully.
Alright.
Are we good for that?
Sure.
Um,
I'm back.
Nice. I charmed and opened him. Speaking frankly. So I'm gonna go with whom do you serve?
Hmm.
Ah, good. Yes.
Get him to open up and explain who his boss is, who he's working for.
So he looks at you and goes, truth be told, I'm actually working at it. I'm actually working out of Emberwell. Something I tried to keep to myself because, well, Emberwell doesn't have a very good reputation around here.
Really? I didn't realize it was so particularly disliked here.
Oh, well, they just regard me with suspicion, given their relationship given the strike.
Right, he said, so Emberwell is one of the cities that's, against Morcone becoming its own officially recognized city-state.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, that makes sense that you'd want to keep that quiet, People would probably be kinds of things. Neo, you can ask. You can get Cherry to reveal one of
That's
these
right.
questions.
Hmm. Da, 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 da. What do you most desire?
Ooh, okay. Truth be told, I mean, I'm happy to help Lydian in, anything, and I would definitely appreciate, if he makes a profit from, this scenario, then so do I, but really, I mean, just with, everything that's happening on here, the fight for an independent Morcone, the strike, the unions, the different cities weighing in, I'd like to get this to, I'd really like to see something happen here. Get the story, whether it's a big change, whether it's a tragedy or a triumph or, just intrigue and mystery. I want to see this play out in an interesting way. I want to see something shift and change here and get to, and have that story be one of the witnesses to chronicle it for the ages.
Well, I'll tell you this much, he says, looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep close to me and you'll definitely see something like that.
This is what's so hard with Cherry. I keep on wanting to say, oh, she raises her eyebrows at something. And her eyebrows are fucking covered up. I mean, I feel like you can still tell when someone is raising their eyebrows just through, like, their general face stuff. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Cheers. And, holds up the cup of wine.
Yep.
I don't know if we finished the bottle or not. Probably at this point.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm also gonna say I need to wrap up fairly soon. I need to leave by in 30 minutes about.
Oh,
I could be
okay.
good. I could be good with that because I kind of want to head off soon as well.
Yeah,
Alright.
same.
Stuff on tomorrow.
Same.
I can keep going a little bit. I just
Yeah.
Alright.
don't need
I
to
mean,
start another big. And if Nico wants to do something in
Nico
Morcone-
doesn't really have anything. I'm also just tired. Fuck, I've been
Alright.
working hard this.
So I'm
Oh,
gonna
man.
say, well, we'll say with that conversation, I will say that during the last bit that he said, he had his below the water. He had his hand on your thigh.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Successfully played, rolled. Got him.
there.
Where was the guy's? Oh yeah, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lloyd.
I figured out a plan for next session. It's
Awesome.
It's kind of underhanded, but I don't actually care. It's actually incredibly blunt force as well.
Nice. I like it. Yeah.
Lloyd puts his hand on Sherry's thighs and just whispers in her ear, "You breathe."
Wait, what?
You breathe.
I feel like I'm missing something. I'm
Yeah, did you cut out there?
Oh, you didn't hear? He whispers, "You breathe." So you're a fart.
what?
Oh.
I still feel like I'm missing something.
If she breathes, she's a fart.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Yeah. It took a bit.
That slang is so last year, Swede.
It's 3 years ago. I don't know. I'm not hip
I
with the
like
kids.
my favorite meme edit I've ever made involves that. Like, and I somehow failed to get it. I'm upset with myself.
Okay, so will you leave him there then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll
Alright.
oh, tries to ask, where he's oh, I mean perfect opportunity to does
Yeah.
ask, where he's staying in town.
Yep, he's got lodging at a pretty newly built building
Yeah.
that they've got set up for just such housing.
Cool.
And yeah, so
Yeah. So after that, she like gives a god damn it again, trying to say gives him a wink or whatever, but does just as she's getting out of the hot tub or not hot, hot spring, said like sort of just says something about I'll be seeing you around before leaving.
I hope so.
So once we're gone out of there, she relays, finds out just meeting back up with Lydian. Um, yeah, that he's not the most formidable opponent, so to speak, in terms of. I got him to open up pretty well. So he's working for one of the firms in Emberwell. Um,
Of
and,
course.
he's trying to keep that down low. Obviously, Emberwell isn't particularly popular here, but I got that much at least. And, I
Well,
mean,
that's
I have him wrapped around my finger now. So,
well. Question becomes: do we bring him into the fold or make him fold?
well, I guess we may need a bit more information about what exactly Emberwell's trying to do here. Honestly, I don't know yet if he even is aware of like the full scope of what Emberwell's trying to do. But I guess that depends on the situation. If we find something, is it better to more valuable to us to cut Emberwell out and take over whatever he's doing to just try and take whatever business he was trying to do, maybe sell him out to the people of Morricone Springs for a fee. There's lots of ways to go. We just need more information first.
We'll get that. We better get that information quick. But what I'm thinking is, if we're not going to bring him in, why not just beat him to the punch?
Yeah.
They're trying to keep it a secret. They're trying to play it as though Emberwell is the enemy. But perhaps Emberwell could be a friend. They just don't know it yet.
I'm listening.
They're trying to set up. I figure if he's here, he's trying to set up roots in this town before anyone else can. They're keeping it on the down low and playing it safe. So why not just not play it safe? We could be faster that way. We could spin it, sell it as, well, look, you don't have to bow to Emberwell, but perhaps agreements could be made if an Emberwellian business just happens to set up here on good terms and start moving product.
If they played it the right way, I could definitely see Emberwell being, eager to, like, if Morricone makes a deal of, in exchange for protection and political support from Emberwell, giving Emberwell exclusive rights, and Emberwell certainly has the most money compared to things, that could be. It would
Well,
be a good deal for Emberwell, certainly, but.
we could make it a good deal for them, too. Doesn't have to be exclusive, just, you know, first dibs. The war's over now. People can start rebuilding, and it's easier to build if you have the mines.
That's true.
We just need to start. We just need to get perhaps the first transport service here. Then Perhaps convince the miners to... Lydian just starts kind of like going off to himself. He just starts rattling off business plans. And he kind of turns and wanders off by himself in the process. Like, this
Cherry
is just...
kind of sighs, just from right there. Figures, well, we should probably figure out where we're staying tonight. And just, like Lydian's wandering off. No clue where Nico is at this point, just... Well...
He's currently in a mine blowing it up, freezing everything.
Just suddenly, like, one of the streets collapses into a massive sinkhole caused by his ice gun, like, upsetting the structural integrity.
Actually, you Captain Nico, you're standing there. Yes, master, the mine shall fall, praying to a picture of Thatcher.
No. No!
Praying to a picture of Thatcher.
She would be an ideal Emberwellian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Nico doesn't do that.
Well, she shut down the mines.
Yeah, same thing as blowing it up.
Okay, so we want to end session there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
We'll figure out where you're staying at the start of next session?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Da-da-da-da. Any Bonds update?
No.
Fuck. Why do I always forget to, like, look at bonds?
The funny thing is, I did do the scene I wanted to advance this Bond, but I'm not sure that I really hit it. Like, I literally said everything I needed to with that, but it's like, not sure if it moved. Because I don't... Because he was like, I told her about it, and really, Jerry just deflected it.
Or, in some ways, kind of confirmed it, I guess.
Yeah,
I think the thing that's, like, interesting there is that she just admitted, that, like, she can be good at manipulation.
Honest manipulation.
But, and then specifically saying, that's, the great thing. Sometimes honesty is the best way to go. Sometimes, the best way to manipulate someone is by letting them know you're manipulating them. And, like, that adds to the,
Yeah. I don't know, I think
admitting that she's good at that.
It may have just reinforced it, but... Because even then, she didn't make a point of it. She just said... She implied all those things. Well, don't say imply, but you know what I mean. I don't know what I mean.
Ooh, okay.
And I didn't really... I talked with Nico a bunch, and we pushed the rock. But I don't think I...
Yeah.
Because mine was like, I will wrangle a good deal out of him, and I did not push that at all this game, other than, if we move this rock, you're letting me sell some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no. I didn't do my, alignment. That's for next time.
Yeah. Did you get any Bonds, Nico?
Nah, I wouldn't say I advanced any bonds.
How about you, Cherry?
I definitely did.
Oh.
I have one new one with Nico as well as advancing an old one. Here, I just finished my new one, so let me post that. Nico can make nifty inventions, but he struggles to understand what people actually want, or how to sell people on his inventions. I worry this might hurt his self-esteem.
I don't think it will.
Well, no, Nico seemed a little, like, frustrated and sad that people weren't, like, getting it with the pumps, I think Cherry felt for Nico there, like, no, buddy, we can...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so how to advance. I need to write the phrasing of this 1 second.
gonna advance? How's it gonna advance?
All right. Cool. Okay. So, Nico is a bizarre little character, but those inventions and that uniqueness of character, that is someone who's almost hypnotic to watch, and I can't wait to see what they do. New version of this. Nico's inventions and curiosity are already producing remarkable events, but a man was frozen solid, and Lydian almost froze to death. I'll get good stories, but next to Nico is a dangerous place to be.
Nice.
All right.
Take an XP for that. And
Thank
any bonds
Oh
with
god, actually,
Lydia?
Jesus. You know what? I should update this. Just because look at the last sentence.
Oh, yeah.
Kills me and anyone else nearby.
It very nearly did both.
Yeah. Okay, I am updating the Nico bond. Sorry, I have to. Nico almost did kill me, and someone else nearby.
Well, the gun did.
Yeah, the kid holding a gun did.
Yeah.
He needs to... Alright, no, I've got it. I've got it. This is perfect. This is perfect. I have been awoken into... So, here is the new bond. Here is the advanced bond. Nico almost did kill me, and someone else nearby. He needs to be more careful. Don't they teach young folk lab safety in Emberwell no more? Or to care for their property?
What the fuck?
You let a kid get the jump on you and steal a gun. It's a
You know,
good thing
that's
you didn't
funny.
have a Glock.
You know, that's funny because Nico leveled up, and the move I'm taking is carrying harness. You have fixed mechanical tools, plates, chains, and flipping gizmos to yourself. Everything you carry is attached to you. You can never drop
Oh,
anything.
cool.
or
Can
be
I immediately
dissolved.
eliminate this bond for another experience?
No.
No.
Discard without your consent. Wow, you just immediately took the "that's never happening again" move.
And I mainly did it for more load.
I don't care
get-
about the safety of those around me. That's just an added bonus.
I mean, the +5 load is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty nice. Alright, so do you have any bonds with Lydian, Cherry?
I do.
Okay.
This is kind of a weird one. I don't know, I'm not entirely happy with the wording on this. So, previous. Lydian cut me in on a deal for partial ownership of a tavern, and I worked out a deal to hopefully get more. Curious how much profit I can get out of him. Lydian seems to think I have a good sense for business. It's funny that he thinks I played him for such a good deal when I've made far better. Does businessman greed cloud his judgment, or am I not giving myself enough credit?
Probably both.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Alrighty.
And I'm... One second, let me even read what my other one was. I don't think the other one's updated.
Okay. Nico.
Yeah?
Did you prove the value of your inventions to others?
I mean, I did after a bit of finagling. It just wasn't useful in the way Nico hoped. And you know the bath
Oh yeah.
and the bath.
Yeah, you proved the value of the alcohol pump 1000.
Yeah.
And the bath did save someone's life, so there you go. Take an XP for that. Cherry, did you get someone to relax, calm down, and open up to you?
Yes.
You sure did. Take an XP for that. And Lydian, did you open up a new avenue for coin to flow through?
Not really, but I did
No.
give Francis the idea of monetizing his little town. But I'm not sure
Yeah.
if that's happened yet.
Yeah. So we'll hold off on that.
Okay.
Meanwhile, did we learn something new and important about the world?
We learned about the new state of Morricone Springs.
Yeah.
That's right. You did. The town of Morricone, the unofficial town of Morricone Springs. Take an XP for that. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Kids with gun.
The mist and the prism trap.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we did.
I think the kids with guns is the most notable of those, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say it's a no on that. So no XP there. Did we loot a memorable treasure?
Meteorite.
Yeah, meteorite.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Take an XP for that, and take an XP for playing well game.
Thanks.
We
Oh,
really got-
I have one question before I forget this.
What?
So how long did we spend in Offspring?
4 days.
We did spend 4 days. Okay.
Yes.
I am gonna stop recording.
Alrighty.
Bye. Bye.